Hey my loves, it is me, Tatianna Tarot, hitting you up again with another tarot energy forecast for the week of the 25th, not the 25th, today's the 27th, all the way to July 2nd. I'm already getting my dates confused. It's been a crazy month. Hang in with me. I hope you guys have been blessed and well. I hope, everything has been transpiring in your favor. We're almost done with June, which makes it very interesting to see what's up ahead for July. We've had a lot of unexpected circumstances pop in this month. I certainly have. And as we're heading out, I think we're still going to be rolling with the flow and going through those changes. But I'm going to be pulling some cards to see what we can expect for this week heading into July 2nd. And as you may or may not know, I pull a card for every 2 days of the week. So one card for today, Monday the 27th and Tuesday the 28th. Another card for Wednesday the 29th and Thursday the 30th. And another card for the last of the weekend, so Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, which I think is the 30th to the 2nd. I might have mixed up the name, the dates, but anyway, I'm still here using the Ghetto Tarot. Like I said, I'm not going to stop using this for a hot minute because I've been very, very drawn to it. And it's a really dynamic deck. I do not have an oracle deck this week. Instead, I'm going to be pulling an archetype. I'm going to be pulling a major arcana card from my regular Rider-Waite deck. And we're going to be seeing what archetype we'll be needing to work with this week and what archetype can tell us more about what personalities we should be mindful of, any energies we should be shifting into or out of for this week. So bear with me. I want everyone to focus in on their intuition, their inner voices, and their spirit. Tune in. And if you're watching, just ask your higher power to ask yourself basically to invoke your ancestors and your higher ascended self and any higher consciousness that you want to assist you while watching this video. If you're feeling up to it, you can definitely grab a journal to write down the messages that may be in store for you. Maybe you get inspired to write something that I did not necessarily say, but pops up into your brain. That can happen as well. So just make sure that you grab anything now before I get to it, because I'm about to start pulling some cards. So Spirit, I ask you to guide us for our highest good. We need information in regards to what is best for our personal paths, anything that we need to be enlightened on a personal and collective scale. What is it that we most need to know for this week and for Monday and Tuesday specifically, that we may not be conscious of as is? Give us clarity, give us insight, and give us magic. Okay, so I'm feeling this one. This is really awesome. The Ace of Machetes. Machetes. Here you go. I don't know if you can see it because the sun is directly in my face. So the Ace of Machetes, that's a very profound card. This card is all about direct action. No fooling around, no second guessing, no questioning yourself. This is really what happens when you are in alignment with your source, when you are in alignment with the universal spirit, when you are in alignment with who you really are, that essence that we're still trying to get a hold out of. I was just listening to Abraham Hicks, which is basically Esther Hicks is a woman who channels this entity, this consciousness called Abraham, and he gives information from every aspect, on every aspect of your life, but really talks about vibrational frequency and how we can be more mindful, how we can use the power of our awareness to shift into the vibrational frequency that we want to, in order to manifest the things that we want to bring into our life. He was saying through Esther this morning when I was listening, And he was saying that when we are feeling negative, when we're feeling competitive, when we're feeling envious, when we're feeling unworthy or lack thereof, that's usually the case that we are separated from our spirit. We're separated from wellness and source energy. So this is the opposite of that. This is what happens when you are in alignment with your power. Now, the swords is very symbolic of the element of air, like I normally say. That's communication, that's anything that's airborne, that's thought, that's innovation, that's inspiration, that's ideas. And so this is a week where maybe you're getting a lot of insight, you're getting a lot of downloads, you're getting a lot of epiphanies, you're getting a lot of realizations and awakenings. A lot of things are hitting at you where you feel the need to take action on. You feel the need to rectify old behavior, clear out your closet. If you're prepping up for a new month to come. This is July, and now we're heading into the 7th month of the year. um, Essentially, we're already at the 6 months. So what is it that you want to create and manifest for yourself later down the year? What have you evaluated for yourself? What have you done? What's the work that you put out? What are you projecting? And what have you manifested from January to June? And use that evaluation to see if you want to still continue with that progress for the rest of the year. If you want to kind of fine tune something that's not working out in your favor, you gotta check up on your belief systems. You gotta check up whether or not you believe yourself, um, whether or not your thoughts are supporting you or in your favor or against you. Basically, you're the only person that can control yourself. So the Ace of Machetes is putting you in a position of control, particularly when it comes to communication and thought form. Is saying you got to be mindful of what you're projecting telepathically, energetically, through the mind, through these chakras, through the third eye and the crown chakra, and those above the 7 and beyond. Um, so the Ace of Machetes seems to be the case that you're going to be placed in a position of power. And when we're placed in a position of power, we have a lot of authority, we have a lot of responsibility, and we need to take accountability for our actions. So if you're saying that you want to manifest something, you want to put something out there, you want to change the dynamic, you want to change yourself, whether it be a diet, a lifestyle, you want to get more spiritual, you want to be this awesome entrepreneur, you want to put yourself out there. There are responsibilities that come with that. Like they say, God is in the details. So you got to be paying attention to what details you're filling yourself up with and what details you're kind of prying in. Are they necessary details, or are you just wasting your time focusing on irrelevant stuff? The Ace of Machetes is saying that you're a powerhouse right now. You have the ability to see through illusion. You have the ability to cut the bullshit from your life. But it may also be the case that you're getting a lot of epiphany on what bullshit and crap that you're kind of perpetuating and creating for yourself, or creating for other people. It may be a harsh realization, because in order to lead others, you have to be able to lead yourself um, with integrity and honesty. So this is going to cause for you to have an honest reflection of yourself. And it's an analysis in some way. In many ways, you have to be your own therapist, you have to be your own psychologist, and whatever way um, gets you to do that in a productive manner, be it journaling, be it talking to an actual therapist or counselor, be it maybe meditating through exercise, be it maybe talking to people who have a different perspective on what you've been doing and who you are, and maybe are unbiased. Maybe you can get some more insight on that. But the Ace of Machetes is kind of like telling you, get ready, because this card doesn't come for no reason. It's usually telling us to prepare, get yourself organized, get yourself structured. You usually know what it is you need to do. You're conscious enough to know what it is that you need to do, and neither resistance is pulling you away from that. You're separated from your source energy, and you're residing in lower vibrations, lower forces, where you feel that you're not good enough, or you feel you don't have enough experience, where you feel that you can't do it right now. Maybe you're in a waiting game and you're not very present. The Ace of Machetes will give that slap in your face to say, wake up. You have the power right now. This is your time to shine. This is your time to really, manifest, for lack of a better word, manifest and invoke what it is that you want. You hold the sword right now. So if you're very conscious and mindful of your boundaries, you're very conscious and mindful of, um, you know, who you are as an individual, who you are as a vibration, who you are as a frequency and a spirit being, you're not going to let anyone play you. You're not going to let anyone overstep that. And you're going to be articulate to the point where you are allowing other people to know how they should be treating you, because you know how you should be treated. So this goes in many ways. This goes in some sort of epiphany or wake up where the world around you is going to start viewing you as a more responsible powerhouse, and as a result they may be asking more from you. They may be expecting more from you. They may want you to deliver, and you have the capacity to deliver. If there's anything that you've been holding back on, if there's anything that you've been kind of uncertain of, should I go here, should I not go here, should I break up with this person, should I not break up with this person, you have to really settle down and pay attention to your body symbols. What is your body telling you? How do you feel when you think of that circumstance, when you reflect on what it is that you want to change? Is it causing positive emotions within your body, or is it causing you disease and uncomfort? What is your spirit telling you? The spirit communicates in the most simple of ways, but we overcomplicate things because we think that they have to be so obvious, where it's like a red flashing sign right in front of our face. But for the most part, it can be. It's just that that red flashing sign is a discomfort in our stomach. It's maybe a channeling in your ear. It's your heart resonating with something, you getting excited, you getting hyped up. You got to really pay attention to these tiny things, because nothing is a coincidence. Nothing happens without some grand reason behind it. But you need to discover what that is for you, because everyone has their own marker. Everyone has their own um, way of recognizing the signs for them. It's not always universal, although it can be. Like when you look at a clock and it says 111, generally that can mean alignment. Alignment with what? It depends on what you're thinking of at that moment. You gotta be paying attention to what you're feeling and what you're thinking of. And when you see that, it's usually a sign that the universe is like, I picked up on that. I picked up on your frequency. I picked up on your message, and I'm going to deliver. So a lot of people assume that that particular sign and symbol is positive, but it's all contingent on what you've been giving out, because the universe doesn't judge in terms of positivity or negativity. It just gives you what you give out, what you request of it. So lead, taking that, what you request of it, because it reminds me of this card, the Ace of Machetes. You can be making a lot of demands right now. And I really feel that this is more particularly demands of yourself, um, going the extra mile. It is suggested that as we're heading into the next month, that we're revving up for action. We're revving up to start again. So the Ace of Machetes can be you really taking action on your sense of expression, what it is that you want to give birth to out in the world. What is your personal imprint? Whether it's you wanting to look a certain way, mix up your fashion. I had braids for about 2 months. I just took them out, and now I love this crazy hair. I miss my hair. You want to dress in a different way. You want to learn a different language and express yourself in that manner. You want to wear different clothes, or listen to different music. You want to write. You want to sing. You want to act. Maybe you want to engage in small talk. That's something that you don't normally do, so you're up to the challenge. The Ace of Machetes is kind of giving a 180 on your sense of expression, and it's enabling you to be a little bit more freer, because now you're open to discovering and exploring the myriad layers of what you have inside of yourself. Um, because it is in many ways a purging. As you were cleansing, which is a great time to cleanse, you're taking the machete and you're eliminating distractions, you're eliminating that which you don't need, you're getting rid of excuses, you're getting rid of resistance in any way. Um, is making way for a new identity to rise, or a new connection, a new way for you to view yourself out in this world, whether that's a new purpose, um, a new attraction. The Ace of Machetes is encouraging you to take control, to take lead, to take initiative. It is an ace card. It is the top, okay? The top of the machetes. So, that being said, it's expected to you to really engage in a lot of action right now. That is in regards to eliminating old energy, being mindful of the energy that you're conjuring up right now, and also finding different ways to express yourself and engaging in different ways of expression. Really being innovative, thinking large. Um, your words are very powerful right now. Anything in terms of expression is very powerful right now. So if you are an artist, this is a prime time to initiate new projects, or to start planning into the future how you're going to take what you've created for the past 6 months and make it bigger in some way. um I did not even want to make a video. I've been making videos with my hands. I suffered from a recent accident where my mouth was like completely destroyed, and now it's recovering. But I was like, you know what? Um, Life goes on, and I need to make a video because people need to hear the message. And it's really not about me at the end of the day. It's about spirit. It's about what my spirit's telling me to do, and my responsibility um, to my craft, and my responsibility to this sense of purpose that I've always felt connected with my whole life. So that's essentially the Ace of Machetes. For me, is telling me to take initiative regardless of your insecurities, regardless of your fears, regardless of the doubts, regardless of what your ego brain may be telling you. If you feel an inclination to do something, it is your responsibility to be a badass and do it anyway. Because you will have to serve, and ultimately you are serving yourself, you are serving the universal spirit, and that will provide for you, that will come back and give you the rewards that you need. But this is a very, very strong sense of power, and I've been saying that, but this is like really sitting in your throne and saying, I own this shit, I'm gonna do what I want, and I'm gonna live by my rules, and anything that blocks my path or dares to block my path, I'm cutting you right off. So just bear in mind that if you're not feeling um, more than enough, you're not feeling worthy, you're not feeling quite yourself, there's never an optimal moment that you're feeling quite yourself. We're vessels, so we're always receiving information, we're always fluctuating in emotion and feelings, and there is never really a right moment. I'm always contemplating on that myself too. uh, I'm like, when am I gonna be finally like emotionally stable and like, this is my everyday frequency. You can get to that point inevitably, I feel, um, with more mindfulness, with more fine tuning of your vibration, and more controlling of your vibrational frequency. But this is what the Ace of Machetes is kind of challenging to do, challenging you to do. How can you control your mind? How can you make and manifest the things that you want in your mind without excuses? And how can you eliminate the distractions and the resistance. What are the various ways you can express yourself? What are the various ways you can discover your multi-dimensional self and put that out there into the world, because that's what the world needs right now, and that's what you've been asked to do on some cosmic level. You've been asked to deliver all that you can offer. So that, that's a pretty powerful card, and it comes with a lot of, self-reflection and awareness. So let's check out what is good for the 20, what is it? The, the 29th and the 30th. Is the 30th even, hold up. Let's see, I'm gonna check my calendar and see if I'm even getting these dates right. Yeah, 30th is a, oh, I'm at the 3rd. Okay, so this this video is going to go to the 3rd, not the 2nd, the 3rd. But anyway, I have this card that just fell out for Wednesday and Thursday, the 29th and the 30th. And here we've got the Tower. Now, normally I'd be a little suspicious of the Tower, because the Tower is a warning sign, all right? It normally brings awareness to the areas in our lives or the areas within us that are in danger of crumbling, that are in danger of, falling apart. The Tower is what happens when your structure and your foundation isn't built with anything of substance, isn't built with anything real. And so this may be a time in your life, especially towards the end of the month. So we're going out of June with a bang here. And I'm gonna explain why. Coño, que yo no puedo hablar hoy. I'm going to explain why. I don't think this is something that should cause you a lot of anxiety or worry, if that. The Tower, yes, can jolt you up. It will be circumstances that you did not expect that are happening in your life. Like I said, this, it's a blessing that the Ace of Machetes comes out immediately in the beginning of the week, because here we have the message from Source saying, all right, chill out. The only thing you can do is control yourself, so check yourself and find ways that you can remind yourself that you are your own power, and stay grounded and stay vigilant over the darker forces that you allow yourself to be exposed to. Do not be weak right now. Be strong, be resilient, be motivated to always ascend, and to always act from a higher sense of consciousness. The Tower can be a situation where, let's say, you automatically lose your job. You didn't expect to lose your job. You got fired, or you got laid off, or your boyfriend or your lover just breaks up with you, or someone in your family automatically passes away you didn't expect. It is a very unforeseen situation that can jolt you up. These situations, not to say that any of that is going to happen, but that is the caliber that we're facing, the caliber of situations that we're facing with this particular card. It may not even happen to you in that situation, so don't think of the most, okay? Again, we're in our power. Don't start assuming things. Don't use your imagination for the words. But if these situations happen, the Tower will bring that frequency into our lives, so we can be aware of how we are necessarily not working for ourselves. So let's say that happens, and instead of reacting from a space of consciousness, serenity, and productivity, we freak out. We freak out. We start thinking selfishly. Oh my God, my life is ruined. Oh my God, what am I gonna do? I'm not gonna have enough money. Oh my God. Oh my God. And so it is going to bring awareness to what needs to be fixed and addressed in your life. What personality you should be assuming and what you need to strengthen up to muster the reality of the cosmos, that things are ever changing. You can't necessarily control what is going to be thrown at you, but your reactions create your reality. What you expect for yourself creates your reality. What you believe out of any situation will create your reality, because you're going to be acting upon that belief. So if you believe that your life is in doom because X, Y, and Z happened, then everything that you take action on, every thought that you start thinking, every interaction that you have is going to mirror that belief that your life is in shambles, that everything is wrong and everything is crumbling. So that it's going to start a domino effect. If you believe that what transpired was for your highest good, is in your highest favor, and is going to make you better than you've ever been, and is going to teach you a valuable lesson that you could use, maybe you could store in your memory and use it later on in your life, then good. Then you've made a tricky situation into a fortunate situation. Um, but I'm not that concerned with the severity of the tower, because we're getting a little foresight here. With the Ace of Machetes, again, air, thoughts, ideas, you're starting to see in the beginning of the week, you're starting to see, oh, all right, this aspect of my life, I'm probably not doing this, A, B, or C. I'm letting this person get away with that. I need to have a conversation with that. I can kind of see this going a little iffy in the near future. Um, Let me start taking action on that now, because I'm responsible. I allowed that person in my life, or I allowed that belief system to interfere with my progress. Let me start meddling with that now, so that my tower doesn't crumble. Okay, so if you're taking heed of the message of the tarot, if you're really listening to your spirit will always give you warning signs. The people around you will always give you signs. Okay, if you get out of your head and you start listening to uh, the communication that the people are offering you, not just verbal communication, but body language and energy. Like you can always be 10 steps ahead of people just by reading what they've got to offer in terms of their aura. All right, people are going to say one thing, but this doesn't lie. What you feel doesn't lie. So don't negate your juju, don't negate your magic, don't negate your instincts, don't negate your primitive wild self, because that is our inclination, that is our ability to pick up on these things very naturally and very easily. And so you may be getting that green light, that red sign, that flashing alert that something's not right, that something is a little off. And whether it's, you know, that you're not feeling very good at your job, or someone's bothering your job, and you've always wanted to take action on starting your business, or you've always wanted to move out and work somewhere, who knows, that situation, and you know, you haven't taken any action on that situation may change, in the sense that all of a sudden you get fired, but you could have seen it coming anyway, because you didn't want to be there, and you kind of been manifesting it, but you weren't taking any action. So the universe was like, well, let me do it for you. Okay, so the tower does require, again, that you get very structured, very organized, um, and very on your game. You got to be on your game. What is crumbling? What's in danger of crumbling right now? What can you address so that the universe doesn't do it for you? Because you can't control the way that the universe is going to do it for you. So you might as well handle it now, while you can see through the Ace of Machetes what's going on, what you're not doing right. So let me pull out a card for the 1st of July to the 3rd. I'm going to do this real quick because I've been yapping and my computer's going to die, unfortunately. Let me see. This one is the Page of Machetes. Okay, so the Page of Machetes is more action-oriented. This is a person that's very, that's that word, unfuckable with. And I think we got this last week. Here he is, standing in a pile of rubble, being like, I don't care, I'm gonna make it happen. I'm wearing red. That's the color of courage. That's the color of empowerment. I've got my sword. I'm ready to take action on whatever it is that I see around me, my immediate resources. If I know that it serves me a purpose because the universe has placed it there for my benefit, I'm gonna take advantage of that. So the page of Machetes is getting you up and running. So this is like the ace of Machetes, and the tower is the precursor to what is going to pop off in July, which you land on your feet running July 1st, 2nd, and 3rd. You're like, already, I got the divine inspiration from the Ace of Machetes. I know it's crumbling. I do not want that to crumble, or I know exactly what it is I need to do. I know exactly what it takes for me to take action and be accountable, be responsible, and be on top of my game, be the king, be the queen, be my own God. I know exactly what it takes to do what I need to do, and I'm going to do it. No ifs, ands, or buts. No one's going to tell me anything. I'm not going to listen to any outside sources that are not in my favor. I'm not succumbing to negative energy. And this is staying vigilant. This is also you going out there and doing what you must, but also being mindful of messages that are coming your way. Lots of prosperity and lots of things in your favor. So July is going to give you a lot of insight in regards to your tower, in regards to what you've already taken action on, what you've changed. It is going to give you more more information. Just, you're always getting information. Just make sure that you're filtering out the information that you do not need, and you're grounded enough to receive what is beneficial for you. Okay, so you don't want to just be like a plug, a socket, a cord in a socket, just receiving, and you're not even mindful of the information that's coming in or now. You want to be like, oh, I don't need that. I don't need that. Oh, that's a great idea. Oh, yes, I'm definitely taking that invitation. Oh, what did you say? I'm gonna store that for the later on. That's the page of Machetes. Is he's the receiver and the deliverer of information, but he's also means business. So this is a month, June and July. June was a little crazy, and for a good reason, because the universe does not want you to screw up your life. Your universe wants you to have the best life possible, but it cannot just do the work for you. You need to be proactive with it. So the page of Machetes is saying, conquer your fear, go and do you. Lead the best life possible. Give no fucks. Be unfuckable with, and make sure the whole world around you knows that. But focus on yourself, because this is a very high, powerful card for focusing. Okay? Be mindful of what you are focusing on, because that is what is going to surround you. All right? What is our archetype that we're working with this week? Spirit, let us know before this dies. Por favor. Here we go. Death. Transitions. Your ancestors are talking to you. You might want to learn about what's going on in your family dynamic. You might want to learn about the spirit activity that may be happening around you, may and may not be happening around you. The death is definitely changes. You're moving from one plane to the next. In every moment, we are dying. Are you dragging the past with you, or are you living in the moment? Are you being mindful of what surrounds you right now and how you can enjoy this abundance? The fact that you're breathing, the fact that I can talk, the fact that you're watching this on your screen and it ain't illegal in your country. The fact that you're even engaging in mystical practices and you're not getting hung for it. What are the things that you are blessed for? What are the things that are keeping you present? What's happening around you? And there's definitely a shift. The death talks about switching from one layer on to the next one, and so something is dying. And it also is in conjunction with the Tower. Something needs to crumble in order for a new beginning to happen. And this is no coincidence that it is in the beginning of July. I'm going to have to make a video along with the Terrascopes for July, but I need to make a video for a general synopsis on what July has to bring to us, because this feels like a lot of heavy energy, great energy, lots of revolutionary things happening for you internally and externally. So don't be afraid to pry and see what's lying in there undiscovered. Don't be afraid to really dive in to those deep unconscious aspects of yourself, to really play and to recreate a new person that has been birthed from all this, all the challenges and all the pain necessarily, and all the conscious insights that you've been getting. And don't be afraid to use your magic. Don't sleep on yourself. Stop focusing on other people. This is about you taking initiative in your own life. This is about you manifesting in your own lane. Okay? So don't be afraid of death, for we are dying in every moment. What is dying within you? What are you killing off? And what are you giving birth to? That's important. So thank you so much for tuning in. I'm so happy that you get to see my face again. I'm so happy that I get to see you or feel you. If you enjoyed this video, please subscribe, like, and please tell me about your life. Fill me in. How are you planning to use this information? What's been going on with your life right now? What's been changing? Comment below. Fill me in with the 411, and I send you all the blessings and all the brujeria in the world. Until next week. Oh my God, all my cards started flying. Ashe.